You're a Hollywood filmmaker. Why was it important to you to show up at that rally? Why was talking about this important? What in your life, your experience, has made your voice vital or necessary to this movement?
If for the last year and a half, you have been sitting at home and watching seemingly one incident after another of black and brown people, unarmed, being shot by the police in extremely questionable ways, and not having the patrol officers, for the most part, facing anything other than internal tribunals.
Yeah.
And the prosecutors are not represent. The prosecutor that was involved in the case did not represent Tamir Rice.
Right.
He represented the cop who shot him.
That's right.
And that's just not okay. And what's going on in Chicago right now is, when you look at that video that's come out in the last few days, and it's over tipping the Chicago governmental system like an apple cart.
Yeah.
And as disturbing as the shooting is, in its own way, as equally disturbing as there must have been 8 or 9 cops on the scene right there. And none of them said anything. None of them did anything. None of them changed their stories. None of them, they just shut up, and they just let this thing cover up happen for a year now. It just makes you ask the question, well, whose side are you on?
But you could have chosen a lot of sides. I mean, you didn't have to involve yourself in this. I was just curious what made you fly to New York.
I think it's just reached a point, and if you've been watching it and you've been getting sick by it, you have to say, what side are you on? You can't be silent anymore about it. You can't, if you feel that this is what it is, then you need to stand out against it. And I've never really been political before. I've never talked about stuff like this before. I was always really proud of the fact that in Team America, I wasn't one of the people that they were making fun of. And I still want to hold on to my status to that degree, to one way or another. However, I'm sick of this. It actually is sickening. And it's reached a point that it just must stop. And if I have and I have to have my voice be counted amongst the people who are saying stop it. And part of it, though, was going to that rally wasn't just walking down the streets and saying, hell no, we won't go. All right. It was meeting the families.
Yeah.
That this happened to, and hearing in their own words, in their own stories, what happened to their loved ones. And once you hear that and you meet with these people and you walk with these people, there really kind of is no going back anymore.